Hello, hello. It's the Love Witch. I can't wait to see who joins me today. We've got a fabulous episode coming up, and I'll just kind of start off a little slow so that we can give everyone time to tune in. Let us know, please, in the chat room where you're tuning in from, because the Love Witch has been able to reach people in so many different countries, and this is super exciting for us. We love to know where we're tuning in from, where we're connecting to you from. So please let us know that when you get dialed in here. Give us your name in the chat and where you live so that we know that we're reaching you. And of course, every single week, we send out a magical, supercharged love charm bag to help you attract love. And this is part of what the Love Witch does, just to help raise the vibrations on the planet, help spread the energy of love, and of course, help you attract your soulmate. But, sometimes people, even if they're with somebody in a committed relationship, they like to have these because it reminds them of this soft soulmate energy, this real sweet, compassionate, compatible energy. And that's the soulmate energy and vibration. So even if you're with somebody, it's wonderful to have these around, and they smell fabulous. They're filled with magical items, and my daughter and I bless these. So we do give these away every single week on the Love Witch. If you're here to enter the contest for one today, just do hashtag love charm bag in the chat box, and we will select somebody at the end of the episode today.
The great thing about those love charm bags too, especially if you're already in a relationship, it like adds a little extra spice to the existing relationship. So if you need more romance, more connection, more communication, the love charm bag helps remove a lot of those blocks for you.
Yeah, these are especially good for romance. Now, there is like a little tiny red heart or red rose in them, which represents romance, love. But the pink is all about kind of a sweet, sweet energy, like holding hands, talking, really listening to each other, nurturing each other. And whereas the red is going to be more fiery, hot passion, what it could burn and then burn out, right? Pink is like, no, lasting. Pink is all about building and nurturing and cultivating and growing. It's about real true intimacy, honesty, and I just love it. I love it so much.
Speaking of pink, guess who just made a video about it last week?
That's right. If you want to actually learn about pink, the video is, look for the thumbnail that says The Power of Pink, and you should watch that video for sure if you'd like to know actually the scientific reason behind pink and how it affects your moods, how it affects your hormones, how it affects your energy, and why it is actually the soulmate color. It'll explain a lot about why we do pink hair on the Love Witch and why we are all about pink. So yeah, please check out, you're already on my channel, but go to my videos that were uploaded. It was just uploaded on Thursday, and it is called The Power of Pink. So be sure you watch that, and you'll totally get the reason behind all this pink. Okay, we've got someone tuning in here. Hi, Bella. Where are you tuning in from? We'd love to find out where you are. Welcome, welcome. Today we're going to be talking about circulation and the reason why circulation is so very important in so many different areas of your life and how it affects your health. So we're going to be talking about that. And of course, it affects your love life, your money, and everything else, because circulation is all about flow. So we're going to be talking about that and helping you come up with some creative ideas to bring more circulation into your life.
That's actually one of my favorite things about the Spiritual Anatomy Divination card deck is that, a lot of the cards you think are going to be physical, like you think it's just heart or brain or eyes, but then you don't realize that it actually has like a spiritual and like literal component to your life, like all the different meanings behind circulation. It's not just your body, it's your entire life.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's what makes it special. That is the connection. So I always tell people with the Spiritual Anatomy Divination cards, this is the deck that my daughter and I made. Actually, she was just a little teenager. She painted every single card, and then I did all the writing inside the book with very, very advanced healing knowledge to help blend mind, body, spirit, and bring those connections together. Because many times people are actually having health problems, and they don't realize it has everything to do with their communication skills or their love energy, their vibration, or something else in their life, and it shows up in the body. So making that connection for people gives them alternative ways to resolve it and to heal it through healing situations in their life and then healing their physical body. So it's absolutely connected.
It's a really good reminder that everything is connected. Everything is, in flow, and everything kind of reflects everything else. I love that.
Yeah. So today, I guess we can put that card up. Huh?
Absolutely.
And I'm going to read this description from the book before I go into it and break it down a little bit. So we've got the card of, there we go. We've got the card of circulation. And this is my description right from the book. Okay, so the circulatory system has to do with your heart and blood and how well you give and receive love. Blood is connected to how you see yourself and functions as the communicator for your body. Diseases of the blood indicate that there may be poor communication skills and an inability to say no to others. Many times, when there is stagnation in the circulatory system, it is caused from an inability to accept or give love. The Sufi believe that when you work on healing the heart, all else will heal. Allow yourself to be nurtured, even if it's you who is doing the nurturing. Step into the flow of life and release all fear that you have surrounding living life to the fullest. Perhaps it is time for you to say yes to new opportunities to learn and grow. Say yes to new friendships that come your way. It is time for you to leave your comfort zone and begin to explore new ways of experiencing life. Open yourself to communication with others and allow truth to guide all your relationships. If you are accustomed to giving and have not allowed the universe to give back to you through others, it is now time for you to open up and accept this flow. Visualize the blood circulating through your body with Creator's love, flowing in healthy ways, bringing every single cell healing. Go with the flow. And a few alternate meanings at the bottom of the page. Circulatory issues indicate the need to heal worthiness issues. Infuse your current relationships with more love. You may have an inability to absorb nutrients from food, as well as loving thoughts and feelings from others because of anger that needs to be healed. High blood pressure indicates that you tend to live in the future because your current life is unhappy. Find the joy in your daily routine. Low blood pressure indicates that you tend to live in the past. Release the old you and begin to cherish the present you. So as you can see, circulation has a lot to do with the energy moving in and out of your life. It has a lot to do with love, money, health, abundance. And, we're in 2022 now, or 21. Well, I almost jumped ahead a year. We're in 2021 now. And I think this year is a year of flow. Last year felt so restricted. And I think being in the mindset that you really want to be in circulation, you want your blood to circulate, you want to move your body, you want to be able to mingle again and be with people and move around and go out to dinner. And there's a real need for us to be moving. And with so many restrictions last year, I feel like it's perfect timing to pull this card and to really remind you to get back in however you can, depending on what's going on in your area. The more you can move and be in the flow, the more you can move even if you can't move outside, if things are restricted and closed down, move your body inside your house. Just turn on the radio and jam and dance and move your body and be in the flow this way. This is a vessel that needs to be in the flow. And your home is like a larger vessel that needs to be in the flow. You can just move furniture around from room to room to create more flow in your house, to get the chi moving, feng shui, right? Moving things around, changing where that wall art's hung, and giving yourself a different feeling and energy within your home can create more flow, and this can help your finances and your health.
Now's the perfect time to do it. So many of us are kind of stuck more at home or working jobs from home, and it's kind of like, just because you're working from home doesn't mean you can't enjoy and really appreciate and love your space and freshen it up, keep that energy, consistently like flowing, and have a really nice, like, just kind of, just the energy of movement in your life.
Yes.
I think what we had talked about before the broadcast, we were sort of talking about this topic beforehand, and it was sort of channeled that, your home.
Yeah.
Your home is, the other vessel that you also occupy in the world.
Yes.
So, keeping the energy flowing in your body is great, but keeping energy flowing in the other body that you also inhabit, which is your house, you're kind of that living being that keeps it alive. That's extremely important.
I love to think about it that way too. It's like your home is a living energy.
It is, yeah.
And you can nurture your home just like you nurture your body with food and health and exercise. You nurture your home, perhaps bringing in, flowers or plants.
Yeah, living things can help so much.
Yeah, and having music and uplifting your environment to
Joy.
Create flow. Most people this year have really been complaining about the stagnation. They're feeling isolated, stagnant. They're wanting to move. They want to move forward, and they're feeling this kind of restriction around them. So implementing any of the things that we talk about will really help increase the flow, increase the circulation. And if you're wondering where to start, I would literally start in your house or even just in one room and see what you can do to declutter, create more flow, rearrange the furnishings, add something that's alive.
Yeah, waterfall, like mini waterfalls.
Oh yes.
Plants, like I have like little house plants. I have my so I have a few roommates in the house that I live in, and I'm in the basement level, but I have a couple big windows that I can kind of work with, and I have all of those windows are completely occupied by all the plants that I'm able to keep alive. But it adds so much. You don't realize how much like energy that it brings to space. And it's this little living creature that you get to care for, and the greenery, especially when you're living in a space like Minnesota where it's like completely like brown and white and cold for so long, that it's those living energies really help to keep that flow.
They really do. They make a big impact on your circulation and flow. And I like last night was my birthday. So
happy birthday.
Yeah. So I actually did get to go out. Minnesota has been, closed down, restaurants and bars. They opened up on the 11th at minimum capacity, social distancing and all that. So I was able to get out for my birthday, and it was so wonderful to see people that I haven't seen in so long, because even though there's been different bouts of, releasing restrictions and people being able to get out and about, many times people aren't in town or you're just working on different schedules. So last night, some of the wonderful friends that I got to see, it was just so heartfelt and so meaningful for me to reconnect with them. And that was, it's
a great energy flow.
It's perfect. Yeah. It's actually perfect.
Laughter and
what this card is. Yeah. Just laughter, joy, and talking, communicating, reconnecting. And I really want you guys to have more of that. So if you are being in isolation, you can still do that on Zoom. You can set up little parties to get together and connect. So important to have circulation, to have this flow with your friendships, loved ones, your community, anything that you can, until the restrictions are finally lifted altogether.
My friend group has been really active by doing wine Zoom parties.
Yes.
Where we'll pick up different bottles of wine, and sometimes we'll collaborate and we'll do like the same bottle, and sometimes we'll each get a different one and talk about like what we like about it, and then it gets to be really fun because everyone's drinking wine, we're having a good time. But everyone's still safe, but you're still kind of keeping that energy of like connection and flow going.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And
also
water,
right? I was just gonna say flow inside your body.
Inside your body.
It's not just like outside of you, it's also like
more water for circulation. That really helps in everything going on with your blood and with purification and detoxification, keeping everything moving, and it's very, very, very important.
Yeah. Well, and also too, it's kind of like, talking about flow inside your home and flow inside your body, drinking water. There's a lot of things that you can do in your body to help bring flow into your life, because whatever you kind of do in your like this year, it's sort of like a magnet for what you draw into you in the world a little bit. So if you're kind of like, mind, body, spirit, they're all connected. Everything's connected. You know, if you feel like you need more flow in your life, change something up, change your hair, bleach it, dye it, cut it, you know, get a new outfit, maybe try some new makeup, like try some glitter eyeshadow, try something that's like fun and funky that like brings some joy or some spark to your life, but shake it up, you know, this is the time to do it.
It is a perfect time to do it. You can try it out and like see how comfortable you feel before you actually go out in public, right?
Yes.
Before you're like mingling full force.
Yeah. Yeah. Like yoga too, like there's health things like drinking water and yoga and like just
yoga is very good because that makes your blood, it like literally loosens up all the energy in your entire body when you do yoga or stretching. It gets all the flow going. So you're going to feel energized. You're going to feel like everything increases. You release your restrictions in your body where you're feeling pain and stagnation through doing yoga.
Yeah, and that's, you know, that is mind, body, spirit. So it's reminding you too that everything is connected, and it's that harmony that we want to bring in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was going to bring up something else. I think it's very interesting about the blood too, with high blood pressure versus low blood pressure. So if you've been living in the past and that's going to be like on the low blood pressure range, right?
Yeah.
And it's like people that fixate on the past instead of being present. There's so many people that have this going on, and it has everything to do with how your blood is moving in your body. So just by simply deciding to be present and to be more engaged, and you can feel the energy of being present and looking for opportunities every day and being more present in the world around you instead of carrying this big sack of heaviness from the past with you everywhere, right? And it's like, this does affect your blood. This affects your blood system. This affects your circulation. And also being in a state of being able to forgive people and release your anger. Anger is like a huge emotional block that gets put in the body, and it creates a lot of stagnation everywhere. So the more you can actually clear resentments, release old hatred, you will actually engage in the flow again, and you will increase your circulation, and that will help your health and the energy around you, bringing in love and money. So it's really important to think about the energies and the emotions that you experience so that you know, geez, do I want that big block there? How long do I want to carry this around? Most of the time when I'm working with people, we'll find they've had anger blocks in their life, carrying around in their body 40 years, 50 years, you know? And so it's really important to take the time to really be mindful about that and be aware of it, and to find a way that you can to release it. Whether it's a healing session, you could do a healing session with me, or you can do some meditation. You can go to whatever other healer that you want to, or you could do it yourself. Sometimes it's hard to find all the different layers when you're working on yourself, but you can do it. And I really highly advise that you do it. It will increase your health, your circulation, and your flow. So, okay. Hi, Allison. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Is there anything that you would like to add to that, Lenny?
I think that's actually fabulous. I was going to say, if we want to do some like advice for people, we want to start taking questions. If you want to start thinking about them, adding them to the chat.
Yeah, if you have any questions, please add them right here in the chat. I'm so happy to answer your questions. And
love in the afterlife.
I know. And so I was just sharing, Allison, that it was my birthday yesterday, so I got to get out and mingle and see people and see my friends. And it's like, I was just so very aware of the human need to connect and circulate. And that's me, right? I never stand in one place very long when I go out. I love to circulate. I love to move around the room and like talk to everybody and connect. And it's like, it's part of my vital life force, I believe, to be able to really connect with others. And so that's what I do when I go out. And it's, I don't know, I feel so good today. I'm a little tired though. I haven't been able to talk and connect with people in that way for so long. So I just had such a blast. It was so much, just so enjoyable. It was wonderful. So of course it was a little bit of a late night, even with the hours. They have a mandate that everything is closed in Minnesota at 10 o'clock. So we did have a hotel last night. We got a hot tub and stay up. And so, yeah, it was a wonderful, wonderful birthday, but primarily it was just so wonderful to be in circulation. So make sure that you're doing that for yourself in whatever way possible right now. Okay. Well, I'm not seeing any questions right now. So
why don't we talk about the love book?
Oh yeah. So, well, I don't have a copy of it, right? I just gave my other one away.
Oh, we got a picture.
You can put up this. Yes, if you guys please be sure to enter the contest for the Love Box. The Love Box contains my new release, the Love Book. It's got a pink candle for helping you to attract soulmate love. It's got the Love Potion, which is a very special essential oil blend that Lonnie and I make and bless. And those essential oils are really good for drawing in love, soulmate love. So, and it also has sage to clear your space before beginning this process. And it has a supercharged love charm bag. So basically everything you need. So be sure to check out the link right here to be in this giveaway. I'll ask you for your email address. You'll start receiving one email per week about love, about increasing your love vibration and helping you attract your soulmate, heal your heart, all kinds of helpful advice about love. But you'll also be entered into the giveaway for the Love Box. And we'll be doing that live on Valentine's Day. Yes. We'll be selecting the winner and announcing it right here.
Yeah, make sure you guys enter, you guys. This is like some really, really amazing, beautiful stuff. Like that love charm bag is super charmed. There's a space, the love potion, the love book. Oh my God. Can we talk about the love book and how amazing that is for like a second? Like, holy cow. Amazing. Amazing. Me?
No, you can take the picture off.
Oh.
Thank you, Lenny.
Yeah.
So Allison is in from the UK. Wow, that's wonderful. You know, we've been getting a lot of people from the UK. I love that. It's wonderful to know that we can like just connect across the ocean. So thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I'm super excited about this Love Box giveaway. And actually, I did send some samples to one of my sisters for Christmas. And she said she's been wearing the love potion every day.
Oh, love it.
She actually didn't know, like, she said she smelled it and she's like, oh, wow, that's really good. And she goes, I don't know if it's right or wrong. She goes, but I'm wearing it every day for perfume. I'm like, no, that's what you're supposed to do. That's good.
Yeah.
But it's really subtle. And it has more essential oils than the other blends that I've put in the book. The Love Potion has such a great combination of really amazing essential oils, but it works with your body's own chemistry. And it's very, very subtle to smell, but it does affect your hormones, your mood, your energy. And of course, that's how you attract your soulmate. But it does help you increase your love vibration and just be feeling really good. So I was really happy to hear that she loved the scent.
That's awesome.
I told her that when we were working on it, me and Lonnie are like little scientists, right?
Yeah.
We have our little amber glass bottles. We have all of our sweet almond oil, all of our essential oils laid out. And we literally are knowing the purpose and the effect of every different essential oil, blending them, smelling them, trying them out. You know, it was really a fun process.
We were mad scientists. You were the mad scientist. I had the easy job. She'd just give me the bottle and be like, does this smell good? And I'd be like, yeah, I like it. Or, oh, I think it needs a little bit more rose, or I think it needs a little bit more, you know, patchouli or something. And then but that I had the easy job.
yeah, that's true. But yeah,
I was a tester.
It was fun though. It was like we're smelling one, we're like, ooh, that one's more like spicy. This is gonna like bring in more hot romance, or this one's more about divine feminine love, you know. And so we have these different combinations, and we put the really simple recipes in the love book. But yeah, the love potion, that's the one that my sister really loved. So I think that's pretty cool. I was really happy to hear that because it's a unique blend. But well, let's go ahead and pull some cards or some hearts, excuse me. All right. So anybody here that's tuned in, let's see what we've got for you today.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, add them to the chat. This is the time to start typing.
Absolutely.
Some of the spiritual advice here and guidance.
Okay. Oh, whoops, there we go. Spa night. I love it. Now you can do a spa night yourself. You can do a face mask. You can soak in a hot tub with Epsom salts, light candles, make an event out of it, make an evening out of it, stretch it, right? This is a wonderful way to be in circulation and be in flow, is to be relaxed. In fact, I have to say, because it was my birthday and we're kind of more into celebrating birthday weeks than we are birthday days, I did a lot of spa services this week. So one of them that I did, I highly, highly recommend. Now, listen up. If you guys have somewhere that you can go to float, go do it. Absolutely, hands down, the most amazing experience. Now, let me explain what that is. So it's this huge tank that's all concealed. It's very private. It's filled with about 2 feet of water with medical grade mineral salts, minerals, and I don't even know what else is in there, but it's very, very good for you. It's loaded with so many minerals that you actually are very, very buoyant. And when you go in there, you just float. You literally lay on top of the water and you can relax, fall asleep. So with your body floating, there's no gravity pulling at your muscles. There's no tension points. There's no aches or pains or anything. It's absolutely blissful. So you're laying on the water and and the lights go off and you can see the stars on the ceiling. They have little twinkly lights and beautiful soothing music is playing. And you have a full hour to relax floating. I mean, I thought the time was going to be up, so I kept trying to hurry and enjoy it. You know, like how weird, hurry and enjoy it. But I had to keep reminding myself, you have extra time, relax. And every time I hit one of those kind of milestones, I think, I went into a deeper level of relaxation. And then I thought, well, I bet it's almost over now. And then it was like, no, I have more time. I could feel my body relax more, more, more. And really, it was my mind, because my body was relaxed the whole time. But my mind finally started really, really slowing down and really relaxing into it. So I found mine at, it's called Totally Tan, where they usually have tanning beds, they have infrareds, they have water massage beds, and they have the float. There's 2 of them in the Twin Cities area. So if you're in Minnesota, there are 2. One I think is in Bloomington, and I think the other may be in Eagan. You probably have to verify that. But it was well worth it. It was absolutely blissful. So if you've ever experienced floating, I'd like to hear about it. I'd like to know what your effect or what you thought of it. I thought it was blissful and super in alignment, actually, with talking about circulation. When you're in that state of absolute relaxation, just floating, there's no tension or restriction anywhere in your body. So that's a really, really absolutely perfect way to increase your circulation, physically, mentally, spiritually.
Hey, Susie.
Oh, hi, Susie. Thank you for tuning in. We're just talking about floating. Do you guys have float tanks in the UK? I'm wondering about that. You know, they used to use float tanks for mediumship, actually. People would submerge into a float tank with complete darkness.
Sensory deprivation tanks.
Yes, thank you. Sensory deprivation. My mind's not working today. So sensory deprivation tanks. And so floating in the dark would help them increase their mediumship abilities and skills, because they become, without being able to feel your body, once you're laying in the water, you can't even feel your body. So you really feel more connected to everything, like as if you're just recognizing your spiritual energy and connection. Then you can actually be more tuned in with other consciousness and spiritual energy. In fact, I did tell Bob about that. He floated after me. So I floated for the full hour, and then I did other services while he was floating. And I did tell him, you know, honey, you know, many people use this to increase their mediumship ability and to really tune in with the spirit world. So just be aware if something like that happens. And he did actually have a beautiful reconnection with his brother who passed recently, just a few months ago. So he was able to see him, and his brother was smiling at him. So he was able to get into that really sweet relaxation state while he was floating. And it did work for him, where he was able to have an afterlife visit. So I think that's wonderful. You guys, if you can find a float tank near you, whether it's for mediumship or just for relaxation and circulation. Absolutely do it. 100% hands down. I recommend it.
We got Mary tuning in and Candace tuning in.
Oh, hi, Mary. Hi, Candace.
Hi,
Thank you for
everyone.
joining us. Yes, we were chatting about my birthday. It was like a little bit of a late night. I was like circulating with everybody and talking because that's what our topic is about today, is circulation. So if you missed the content, please go back. I do read about that card and talk about the importance of circulation in your life and how it affects your blood, your heart, your love, your money. So it's something that we really want to stay in circulation, moving things around and being in the flow.
Absolutely.
You know, another thing is with that, I know I talk about this quite often, but getting rid of the old, right? Cleaning out your closet, giving those clothes to like the Goodwill or you know, what Bob did is he got some clothes and brought them right into the city where there's tent city people that are homeless. And he brought a lot of his winter clothing in and just handed it to them. So I'm going to do the same with my snow boots. I've got an extra pair and I've got tons of extra sweaters that I don't wear. We're going to just go ahead and make some more space in our home, get the flow, give some stuff away to people that need it. And that will create more circulation in our life, more flow. So be mindful about things that you can give up, give away.
I love that energy too, because not only are you increasing flow for yourself, but you're also contributing to giving to someone else. That's like doubling the energy that you're doing. It's not just like, oh, this is junk, I want to get rid of it, or oh, I'm just, you know, finding a way to like give it. You know, it's like you're actually like finding things that are going to be of use to somebody that needs it, and it's so important to be able to do that, because that just, I mean, it's great energy for yourself, but it's great energy to put into the universe, and it gives others the opportunity to continue passing that forward.
Yeah, and I kind of like being able to give it to an individual, because there is that other level of what we're talking about, circulation. It's like you're giving it to them, they're receiving it, they're being able to wear it and bring it forward. You're able to walk away feeling like, you know, you helped them or you were able to connect them with something that they needed. And so I think it's just really good for circulation and flow. And that's what we're talking about here today. Absolutely. Okay, what does Susie say? Not sure about the UK, but here in Ireland, there are a few places that allow you to have those experiences. Yeah, you really should, Susie. Look into them. So at the place near us, it's usually pretty expensive, but they're having a holiday special. And so that's what prompted us to go, you know what, finally it's time. Let's just go ahead and do it. It was something that was on my bucket list for years. So then it was just a synchronicity, the right time, the right place. Everything just kind of came together. And we bought the certificates, and then we just decided to use them this last week. So it was wonderful. Yes, Candace. And it feels so good. You know, we tend to just have too much clutter. And I'm living in a fairly small townhouse right now, just a 2-bedroom townhouse. I'm used to living in like a Victorian mansion. So this is very tiny.
Which mansion?
Yes, it's true. So we had to get rid of so much stuff. And at first it was devastating. You know, I was like, oh, not my chandeliers. But we've downsized.
Not my chandeliers. Whatever. Not my chandeliers. Oh, I'm so sad to leave them. Has anybody ever seen Schitt's Creek? Does she remind you of Moira, or is that just me? Is it the wigs and the chandeliers? Which part?
I love that show so much.
I know, it's so funny.
Schitt's Creek. If you guys haven't seen it, make sure you do, on Netflix, right?
Yes.
I just love that show so much. Let's see. What does Susie say, hon? Can you read that?
In Dublin City, particularly in winter, people leave their old warm winter coats hanging on a halfpenny bridge for any homeless people who need them. It's a beautiful way to give back.
I love that.
So I've never been there, Susie, but I've seen that online. I got a couple of friends that live over in the UK, and that's awesome. That's such a cool way.
They just go and hang it there. That's
great, because then they can figure out like what their size is. They can just grab something that they need. They can exchange it. They can figure out what's going to work best for them. That's awesome.
I love that. That's so great. Cool. That's amazing. I'm so happy that you guys do that in Ireland. And you know,
Dublin City, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful. So one of the experiences that I had many years ago in 1995, I went to Bosnia, to help bring some humanitarian supplies and clothing to the refugees. And we were told, we could sacrifice some luggage of our own to bring some stuff to give away. So we brought a lot of stuff with us to give away for that purpose. And when we did it, we were told to lift up and kind of make sure that the right sizes fit different people. And we're all ready to do this, but we literally got mauled by the people because they were in such a state of need and desperation that they literally kind of jumped on us with the suitcases and took, and we got on the hands and knees and crawled out backwards to get out of the crowd. And then all of a sudden everything was gone, and some of the suitcases too. And so that was the first time that I really saw people in that dire need that behaved that way. And it was really just such survival. And I was like, well, what? I thought at the time, it doesn't make sense that they would take so many things that were the wrong sizes. And then they finally explained, oh no, it's like a currency. Once they at least have something, they have something to barter with or exchange. So keeping that in mind, it's like, oh, good. So it doesn't matter. You can go drop off a bag of clothes to somebody that looks like the wrong size. It doesn't matter because they'll have something to barter with. They'll have something that they can swap with, or,
absolutely.
So a lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love it. That's a really great tradition that you guys do in Ireland. We're definitely going to make a run this week, huh?
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
And we've got winter here, so Minnesota, cold, cold.
It's like the Arctic.
Yeah.
Actually, this year's not too bad.
Not as bad as usual.
Yeah.
Yes, this has been pretty good. Normally we get like a couple weeks in a row of like far below zero weather.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. When you're able to get outside without having your boogers freeze, that's a good day.
That's a good day.
Okay, so let's pull another one. So spa night was our first one.
Yeah, spa night.
All right. Okay. And we've got, oh, good. Oh, where's my light? There we go. Words of affirmation. Okay, so let's think about words of affirmation. I hear people say this. I really listen carefully when I'm in a session with my clients, and I hear people talking about themselves so negatively. So words of affirmation are just reframing. Okay, so let's say you maybe think something's a negative trait of yours, or a negative habit, or a negative way of being, or something you're not proud of. If you just subtly shift it and start feeling more positive about it, you will literally bring in better experiences for yourself and fill up with more self-love and value. And that will help with your circulation of love and money and everything else. So think about words of affirmation, being kind to yourself, right? So instead of thinking like harshly, like, oh, I really screwed up, that was wrong, or I made a bad decision, you could say, well, that was the first time I experienced that. I learned something really valuable, and I'm smarter moving forward. Okay. And so always bringing it in a positive, kind way for yourself. Words of affirmation. You have to nurture yourself before you can nurture others and let others nurture you. So get used to doing it for yourself. Be that person for you.
I love that. I think, words of affirmation is so important to say to yourself. It's important to say to others, but also like speak your truth.
Yes.
Like there's definitely times where I feel like, especially people that are more like empathic or like sensitive, it's very, very hard for you to speak up for yourselves. And it's like, that can also help you increase flow, being able to just say what you need to say and then navigate moving forward, but do it in a way that's with love, and do it in a way that's open-hearted. And
that's perfect, Lonnie, because your words, they come from your heart, right? Sometimes they come from your deepest emotions, your empath abilities, all your chakras are being activated, and then it comes up through your throat and out your mouth. So this communication is part of being in the flow, speaking your truth and speaking it with love and voicing yourself. When you hold back your voice, you're creating that stagnation in your life. So make sure that your energy is continuing to come out. Share it, but with love and thoughtfulness, okay? But voice yourself, speak up for yourself, speak kindly to yourself. Allow that energy to continue to move and be in the flow and to circulate.
I want to add what Mary said here about or the last topic here.
Oh, yeah.
It's really cute. She said cold weather but warm spirits.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. That's such a cute way to think of it.
Thank you. Yes.
Very cute.
Okay, so let's are we about time? Oh, I got these really super cute new gift certificates. If any of you ever want to buy gift certificates for people to have a private session with me, and I got a nice big Love Witch kiss on the back. So anyways, in a private session, I do those on the phone. I can help people remove their love blocks, find more peace within any situation. Last night I was talking to quite a few friends, and they're asking if I could help with PTSD, with trauma, with anxiety, with sleeplessness. Yes, all of it. There's always a spiritual reason, an emotional connection, and things that can be shifted in your belief system, in your subconscious belief system, in the energy around you that can help cultivate more peace in your life, more flow in your life, more joy and happiness, be in the present moment. So there's like really no limit to what we can work on in a private session.
Quick reminder, everybody, if you want to win the love charm bag, type in hashtag love charm bag in the comments.
Yes.
We want to give those away. Also, if you have any questions about love in the afterlife, now is the time to ask.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for me?
We have actually, to start off, we have one question.
Perfect.
Here.
Perfect.
I have a question about soulmates.
Okay.
My uncle passed last year, and the night of his funeral, he came to me in a dream. It was like I had a glimpse into what his soul was experiencing as he transitioned. He recognized me and was not sure how or why I was there. I saw him go back to his youth, and he showed me his younger self and how he met his wife, my aunt, and what attracted him to her. I was wondering if perhaps this is normal for the soul to maybe do a flashback sequence of the important moments. Yeah. It cuts off there. I'm not sure if there's more to that question, but yeah.
It doesn't show more, huh?
No. For some reason, I wonder if there's like a limit for how many characters.
Okay, well that's where our message ends right there, Susie.
Yeah.
But yes, that's what a beautiful experience. That's an amazing afterlife experience. And you know what kind of strikes me, Susie, is that his soul knew to come to you to show you this. So there must be something in this for you. And perhaps, I don't know if you thought or if you've already done this, to give a message to your aunt, to share some of this stuff, the way he's like his expression of his love or his journey with her, what he revealed to you. It sounds like there's like a message in it, not just random, right? It's not just like, geez, this is what happened. There's something, I think, very meaningful in it, and may help your aunt with her healing. So I feel like that's really important. If you haven't already,
here's part 2. Okay. In their life. Okay. So I was wondering if perhaps this is normal for the soul to maybe do a flashback sequence of the important moments in their lives, particularly if they are connected to loved ones in life.
Yeah. Well, we do the flashback for sure. I mean, if you have like a hospice day and you have like I worked hospice with people for a while because I wanted to get better at understanding the pre-death phase, and they always do it there too. So it's really easy, if you know you're going to have some time where you're like not having a sudden accident or a quick death. If you have like a decline or a bed scenario, that they will definitely do a lot of that life review there. Otherwise, if you do have a quicker death, you do the life review in spirit, because we still have like 9 days before going to the light. So there's a lot of revisiting, reflecting, and learning before moving up to heaven. But I think it's really sweet and really special that he wanted to share it with you. So there's a piece in it specifically for you, Susie, and I feel like a piece of it for your aunt.
I actually love that he came to visit you. I think it's my interpretation anyways as to why he was confused as to like why you were able to see him. He might have been like, what you can see me? Like, because you're a very intuitive person too, so perhaps that was his way of sort of being like, most people don't see me here. What's going on?
Yeah.
You're kind of tapping into that different energy and that different frequency, and how cool that you have that beautiful connection to be able to like deliver, if your aunt is receptive anyways, to be able to deliver that message onto her, or even just receive that sort of closure for yourself. I think that's really beautiful.
Yeah. And that's one of the biggest things about being a medium, right? Sometimes spirit will come to the person in the family or the person nearest to the family that is most receptive, whether they're a medium or just an empath or sensitive or however you want to say it, whatever level of development the person is at. Spirit will go to the person that's most receptive in hopes that they will make contact and be able to pass that to their loved ones that are missing them and having a hard time with their passing.
She just confirmed that as well. I told my cousins straight away, as I felt they may be able to share with her in an easier way than I could. Love that. That's a great way to do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, and that has to do with what? Communication, speaking the truth with your heart.
Oh, yes.
And with circulation, keeping that energy flowing. You know, you receive something special from spirit, you receive this beautiful glimpse, and then you shared it, and then they shared it. And so you're in the flow, and you're in circulation with spirit. And that's why spirit will continue to work with you, Susie, always, because when you get something and you hoard it, you create blocks. But when you get something and you share it, you create flow, right? And spirit loves flow, and money loves flow, and love loves flow. So we always want to be in the flow. That's like the desired position with absolutely everything. So the more you do that, Susie, the more and more and more spirit, of course, will work with you and through you and give you more and more beautiful visitations from the afterlife, more messages of love, more clarity, and all of it. Okay, do we have any more questions?
Maybe we do one more love heart.
Oh, do you want to do one more? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why. I feel like let's do one more.
Okay, we'll do one more. Okay. Okay, here we go. I don't know if we had this one before. Whoops. There we go. Dance alone. Now, I love that. I love it. You dance alone all the time.
Oh, all the time.
Because I've seen you on TikTok.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, all the time.
I love
in my basement. Yeah, it's great.
I love it. You know, and even like if you're cleaning the house, you crank the radio and you just like put a little shake in there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, last night we were dancing. It was like, oh, it was so much fun. It feels so good to move your body. But you don't have to go out. You don't have to be, you know, around others. You just crank your radio in your own house and shake and dance your body, especially your hips, okay? When you're wiggling your hips, you're literally loosening up all the energy stuck in your chakras, and you're bringing in more what? Flow, more circulation. So shake those hips as often as you can. Really get your motion going in your body, and think about your chakras in alignment, and then how you can move all of them, right? Just by moving your body, and that wiggles out any stagnation. It actually increases the flow for you, and that will help with your energy levels. It'll help you sleep better at night. It'll help you be more in the flow of everything.
Yeah, shake it out.
Shake it out.
Really, that's what it is. If you're feeling really stagnant in your life, one of the best ways, even if you're like, oh, I don't even know where to begin, like my house, my body, like sometimes, you know, it's just hard to get out of that energy, but literally it's so much easier than you think. The best thing that I can ever recommend is first thing you do in the morning when you wake up, put on a good song. Put on a song that makes you feel like you want to wiggle. Like you just can't help it. You just want to like shake your booty, you want to wiggle it out.
She's like over there.
You want to wave your arms, like, and don't like worry about it being good. Don't try to dance like a certain way. Like just dance however you want.
Oh, I never like even when I go out,
just
you know,
shake it out.
Yeah. Like we were, you know, listening to music last night, celebrating my birthday. There was a nice band playing, and it's like I think maybe like in my 20s when I first started going out. Well, then I was probably in my teens, sneaking out. Then I was really self-conscious, but I've long been over that. No, when I dance, I'm like all over the place. I do goofy stuff, like my legs take off. They have a life of their own. I don't know what I channel when I dance, but my legs, I'm like, it's so unladylike, but I'm like, all over the place. My feet are up in the air. They're twisting and shouting. I mean, I move my body. I love it. And that's really, really good flow. That's probably one of the things I miss the most is having everything closed down, is that I haven't been able to dance and wiggle my body. So I've been feeling a little stagnation with extra weight. So again, it was just really good to get out and do that last night. And a good reminder for myself, I'm going to set some time for myself, like every day, crank the radio and move my body because it feels fantastic.
I love that. I love that. And, you know, it's, for me, it's yoga that kind of helps me like align with my mind, body, spirit. But then I try to do some kind of dancing. Like you said, TikTok, like there's so much good music and there's so many good things. And it's like, yes, but music, listening, shaking it out, finding whatever it is that works with your vibe, but like feel it. Like that's the kind of the flow too. It's like you can't just like stand there and listen to like a mediocre song and be like, all right, I'm gonna dance now. Like no, you gotta feel it, feel the energy, like feel the movement, make it like exciting and fun and like no judgment and just get that flow going.
You know what's funny? It reminds me of those pictures when I was a little kid, you know.
Oh, you're such a goofball.
Well, yes, I was a goofball, but I actually feel like I was born with so much energy.
Oh my God. Right? Yeah, every picture, you guys don't understand. Every picture, all our siblings are like, they're smiling nicely and they look cute and they're very relaxed. Oh my God. So all of her siblings in all these pictures, they're all just like and they look super cute kids. And then you see this goon and she's standing next to them and she's like,
yeah, like
she can't. She's like so much energy. She's like just so excited to be on this planet and like be
so
here.
Happy to be here. I'm so happy. And I'm like, I always have fists because I'm like, I got so much energy and so much excitement I'm trying to hold in, you know? So like every time I have an opportunity to let it out and like release it, it makes me feel so good. And that's being in the flow. That's my natural state. So yeah, it's really weird, but you literally can look at all my baby pictures and I'm like,
and still to this day, I think there's some pictures too that I have you where you're like,
I know. It's terrible.
Just happy to be here.
Delete. That's not flattering.
That's so great though. No, that's such a great energy to have because it's like that's awesome. Like so many people I think kind of go through life with this sort of like gray, like just getting through the day. And it's like, no, have excitement, have joy, have passion. Yeah. That's what the Love Witch is all about. It's about passion and love and happiness and free-flowing energy and excitement. It's like we want to incorporate that energy into our lives. Yeah. Be a goofball. Like, who cares?
Yeah, be a total goofball. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I know. Yeah. So thankfully, I was a goofball when I was little.
Still are.
Yeah, I guess so. I would be doing exactly the same thing if I was like 6 as I am doing right now. I always had a suitcase under my bed with like wigs in it.
Oh, cute.
And like little disguises, you know, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to be a spy or, you know, I had like all these different things. So I always had like, make sure you always have disguises in a suitcase under your bed in case you have to like leave and put on a disguise so people don't recognize you. I don't know where that came from, but it was something I always did. So yeah, costumes, that's just one of my natural things. I love it. And so I'm sure you have some odd little things, little oddities about you.
What are some things that you guys do that like get you excited about life, that get you excited about just being here? Like what's your thing that makes you just like, oh,
hi Mary Klein. Hi Holly. Jody, thank you for joining us. Yeah, everyone has something like that. Like what makes you go like this with your fists that you get so excited about, you have to like hold yourself back. Because I want to encourage you to do it. Being able to hold that energy and then go like this and go do it and engage in it. That's all about your circulation. That's about your flow, your excitement, your love, your passion, your moving energy.
Yes.
Right? And we all have different things that light us up and move through us that way.
Love it. Oh, thanks, Susie. You ladies are oodles of fun. I love that oodles. I'm going to start saying that all the time. Love it.
All right. So do we have anybody in the chat room that's ready to win the hashtag Love Charm Bag?
Love Charm
if you would like to win this, put it in the chat right now. Hashtag Love Charm Bag. So Lonnie can see your name that you want this. And we're going to select somebody in just a moment. So put it in there quickly if you would like to get it and win it this week. And again, just another reminder to hit that link. Well, we'll put the link below the video as well to be in the big drawing for the chance to win the love box filled with all the goodies to bring in love for you. With the book, the candle, the love potion, the love charm bag, all of it.
It's like the love charm bag times 100. It's so power packed with amazing goodies for like your love life.
Yes. And it comes in a really pretty pink box.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's packaged so nicely. It's like this little book filled with wisdom and love and it's so many good things.
All right. So go ahead, Lonnie. We have
so many good things.
Go ahead and select somebody.
All right.
And just so you know, oh, I love it. The lavender is so beautiful. But these are potent. They got tiny little rose quartz. There we go. Put it to the front here. You can see the heart in there. It's a rose quartz heart. The lavender calendula. There's like a little scroll with a message on there about love. There's a little tiny red rose. There's a thank you charm inside the bag, and then the heart charm on the outside of the bag. Pink rice. It's like, and then on top of it all, right? The pink bag holds the love energy, and then Lonnie and I bless it, charge it with our superpowers. So this is a little potent deal. So I can't wait to give it away again. Who's going to be the winner today?
All right, we're gonna pick Jody Hendricks.
Yay, Jody, congratulations. Thank you for tuning in and just in time. You're the winner of the Supercharged Love Charm Bag. So I think we're connected on Facebook, and she's tuning in from Facebook, right?
Yes.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and send a private message with your address, we will get this in the mail for you tomorrow, and it'll be mailed out for you. I can't wait. Thank you. Hey, let us know what you feel about it. Smell it. Put it under your pillow, put it in your purse, your drawer. No, not in your drawer. Purse, pillow, or pocket. Okay, the 3 Ps. We'll call it the 3 Ps. Keep it around you for the first 2 weeks to get really into the energy and vibration of it. So wherever that's going to be near you in your proximity, keep it close. It does start to shift your vibration, and it'll be easier for you to maintain after that. So yeah, just keep it with you for like at least 2 weeks to really, really get the most benefits out of it. Okay. All right. So is that it? Let's wrap it up.
Yeah,
you guys,
I think that's all.
I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. I was a little slow today with my big fun night out last night. I was a little bit tired, but I'm super glad that you guys tuned in with me. And I hope that, I know I'd rather spend days being tired and not being able to speak properly because I had so much fun. So may you all have so much fun that you're a little tired the next day, because I think that's a wonderful way to live your life. Let's have some more fun and let's be in the flow.
We call that a love win.
Yeah, that's called a love win. And it was a birthday win. It was a love win. And it was absolutely being in circulation. So you guys, with that note, I just want to wish you all a beautiful, beautiful week filled with fun and circulation.
Make sure you tune in next week to win the Love Charm Bag if you didn't win this week.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much.